welcome. My name is Julia. Today I have for you a strength building prenatal flow. I myself am not expecting, however, I wanted to create a flow for expecting mothers that would be suitable for all trimesters and demonstrate various options for support during pregnancy when practicing yoga. So if you would like to practice with props, you may like to have 2 yoga blocks or 2 large thick books. And you can also have a large bolster. I have one right here, or just a large firm cushion. That's to give you some extra support, especially if you are further along in your pregnancy. You may really enjoy the support of more props. And I just want to encourage all the pregnant mamas out there to really take advantage of this mindful movement flow. And of course, please check with your doctor before you begin practicing yoga in your pregnancy. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to take one of my blocks and I'm going to sit it underneath my sit bones to elevate the hips a little bit. You are welcome to do so if you have a block or your thick book. You can even sit on a folded blanket if you like, or even the bolster if you have a yoga bolster or cushion. So you may begin, relax the shoulders, relax the face, relax the jaw. Your eyes can be closed or you can simply soften your gaze. You can have your hands resting on your thighs. Bring the hands to the heart, or even bring the hands to the belly, connecting with baby. Bringing a deep breath in through the nostrils, gently sigh it out. Again, deep breath in, sigh it out. One more gentle breath. This time, as you breathe in, perhaps you drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Release the breath. Maybe finding that sweet spot where you get a nice stretch on the neck. You can also gently place the right hand on top of the head and bring the left arm out to the side. Coming back through center. Deep breath in, gently lowering that left ear to the left shoulder. Exhale. Again, finding the right spot, right position for the neck for you. Perhaps bringing the left hand to rest gently on top of the head, maybe gently extending the right arm. Deep breath in, releasing the head back to center. Bring the arms down. Sigh it out. Maybe taking some neck rolls. A couple toward the left and then a couple towards the right. You can bring the arms up overhead, maybe interlacing the fingers. Rolling the shoulders forward a couple of times and then gently rolling them back. Imagining the shoulder blades pressing down the back gently. Lower the arms. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, little side bend toward the right. You can gaze up towards your arm. You can also bring your gaze down. Inhale, coming back through center, bringing both arms up, and exhale, bending toward the left. And you can gaze up towards the ceiling. You can bring your gaze down to the mat. Inhale, both arms come back up to center, and exhale, release. We're going to switch the crossing of our legs. Finding our nice comfortable seat. So your left leg will be in front of your right. Inhale, we'll take those stretches again. Exhale, lower that right ear to the right shoulder. You can take the right hand to the top of the head. Maybe gently stretching that left arm out to the side. Steady breath. Inhale, coming back through center, and exhale, gently lowering the left ear to the left shoulder. Maybe bring the left hand to the top of the head. Gently outstretch that right arm. Inhale, coming back to center, taking a couple of neck rolls again. Bringing that head back up to center, gazes forward. Now lift the arms, maybe interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders forward a couple of times, and then reverse, rolling the shoulders back, pulling the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, stretch the arms up high, and exhale, little side bend to the right. Inhale, both arms come back up to center. Exhale, little side bend to the left. Taking it as deep as is comfortable for you. Being mindful in your movement. Noticing what your body needs today. Giving it what it needs. Inhale, the arms come up overhead. Exhale, bring the arms down to your side. We're going to uncross the legs. You can remove your block or your blanket or pillow. Have the blocks nearby. If you have your blocks or books, we're coming to tabletop position. Knees are stacked under the hips. The wrists are stacked under the shoulders. Give a nice neutral spine here. Take a nice deep breath in, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze for cow. As you exhale, round the back, drawing the belly up here gently. Inhale, lowering the belly, lifting the gaze for cow. Exhale, rounding to cat. Maybe adding in some hip circles, dropping the belly towards cow, and then taking a little hip circle as you come into cat. That nice dynamic movement. It's nice and gentle. Listening to your body. Inhale, lifting the left leg and the right arm. Balancing the tabletop here. Deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the left leg and the right hand back. Inhale, lifting the right leg and the left arm. Inhale, lower down. Maybe take a little more dynamic version. You're lifting right arm and left leg. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, lifting the opposite, and exhale, lower. Again, just taking any dynamic movement you would like here. We're going to come down to puppy pose. Keeping our knees stacked under the hips, walking the hands forward. Bring down, bringing your forehead to the mat. If you like, you can put a block underneath the forehead. Bring the ground up closer to you. One more deep breath. In through the nose, sigh it out. Gently remove the block if you had it under your forehead. Slowly walking back up to tabletop, bringing your big toes to touch, opening the knees towards either side of the mat. Gently pressing back into a wide child's pose. Nice deep breath, sending the breath all the way from the top of the head down to the base of the spine. You can bring your hands together if you like. In Anjali Mudra prayer mudra, you can bring that behind your head. Inhale, lower the arms. Press the hands onto the mat. Gently rock forward. Coming back up through tabletop. Tucking your toes, pressing firmly into the mat with your palms. Nice deep breath in. We're going to take our first downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting the hips up and back. Exhale, bringing the insides of the elbows to face the front of the mat. Pressing those shoulders away from the ears. You can keep a nice bend in the knees. And if you are at a point in your pregnancy where downward facing dog does not feel comfortable, please feel free to take tabletop. You can also widen your stance with your legs to create space for growing baby. Maybe pedaling out your feet a little bit here, taking that dynamic movement. Take whatever your body needs here. One more deep inhale, looking towards your hands, gently walking your feet to your hands. Coming into a forward fold, exhale. You can have your knees generously bent here. You can also, if you are further along in your pregnancy, take that wider stance to make space for the belly. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale slowly and mindfully, coming up to mountain pose. Gently bringing the gaze forward, relaxing the shoulders, hands at your side. You can keep that wider stance if that's more comfortable for you. We're going to do a variation of Sun Salutation A. Inhale, lifting the arms up overhead. Exhale, gentle forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, planting the palms, coming down to tabletop. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Exhale, rounding the back. Inhale, coming back through tabletop, tucking the toes, lifting the hips, coming into downward facing dog for 3 breaths. Inhale, look towards your hands. Walk those feet up to the hands. Exhale, gentle forward fold. Knees can be bent. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, fold. And then slowly, gently coming up to mountain. Inhale, the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, planting your palms, stepping your feet back to downward facing dog. Inhale, you can lift your right leg high. And exhale, bringing that foot maybe to the outside of your hands to make more space for the belly. Bringing that back foot in towards you, coming up, setting up for warrior 1. So here, create as much space as you need to. If you need to create a wider stance here for warrior 1, depending on where is comfortable for you in your pregnancy. Inhale, gaze is forward. As you exhale, we're going to open to warrior 2. Again, creating lots of space. Inhale, flip the palm, gently reverse the warrior. You can bring your hand to your hip if you like, or bring it down to the leg. Inhale, coming in to extended side angle. So you exhale, bringing that arm down and bicep to ear. Inhale, coming back up to warrior 2. Maybe gently reaching down for a block. We're going to shorten the stance a little bit, taking a variation of triangle. Now, depending on what you're comfortable with, you can take this deeper bend, or you can even bring the hand to the thigh, the right hand to the right thigh, and just take a slight bend. Depending on where you are in your pregnancy, what feels comfortable. And of course, as you come up, being very mindful, gently coming back in to that warrior 2. Inhale, flipping the palm, reverse the warrior. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Coming back maybe to your hands and knees. Lifting up to downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting the left leg. Exhale, bringing that left foot to the outside of the hands. Coming into warrior 1 on the other side. Coming up slowly, mindfully. You can have your arms raised Also, if that's not comfortable, always feel free to take the arms or the hands to the hips here, even the hands to heart center. Find a stance that is comfortable for you. Being mindful to keep the knee stacked over the ankle. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, opening up to Warrior Two on the other side. Gazing out over the left fingertips. Inhale, flip the palm. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Inhale, coming down, bringing that left forearm to the left knee. Exhale, gently sweeping that right arm up overhead, bicep to ear. A couple of breaths here. Inhale, sweeping the arm back. Exhale, coming into Warrior Two. Grabbing onto your block, if you would like, or your book. Straightening your stance into Trikonasana, triangle. Inhale, as you exhale, coming down to triangle. Hand can be on the block. You can also keep your hand on your thigh, taking a little smaller bend here. Taking what feels good for your body today, listening to your body, knowing you are always free to take any other posture if this one does not work for you. Inhale, coming back into a Warrior Two, bending into the knee. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior, and windmill the hands down. Coming in to tabletop or plank on the knees, then pressing into downward facing dog. Inhale, looking to the hands, walking the feet up. Exhale, wide forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, and slowly roll up. We're going to take here another little flow, starting in mountain, so keeping your feet as far apart as you need to for your belly. Maybe just bring the hands to the belly for a moment to connect. Center, taking those breaths. Inhale, lifting the arms up. Exhale, taking a high lunge variation here. Inhale, open, twist. Exhale. Inhale, coming back gently to center. As you exhale, making your way into pyramid pose. Finding a nice comfortable stance. Perhaps grabbing onto your blocks on either side of the foot. Your gentle fold. You don't have to bend far. Make space, create space for the belly. Maybe gently bringing your blocks out to the front, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Nice deep breath. Inhale, slowly coming up. Star pose, lifting the arms. Turn out the toes towards the side of the mat. Deep inhale and exhale, goddess pose. Finding your stillness, your balance here. Being mindful. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, straighten the legs. Perhaps you gaze up to your hands And exhale, goddess. Inhale, bring the hands maybe to behind your head. A little side bend to the right. Inhale through center, exhale to the left. Inhale, coming back through center, exhale, lift the hands, be back for the star pose. Exhale, bring your toes to face forward and fold. Maybe coming to rest on those blocks. And bringing blocks to the front here. We're going to step back to the front of the mat. Coming in for Malasana, Yogi squat. You can also place a block here underneath your bottom, making lots of space. Inhale, bring your fingertips here to the earth. As you exhale, slowly, gently lifting the hips up, coming back to that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale slowly and mindfully, coming back up to Tadasana. We'll take those postures on the other leg. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Deep inhale, left foot comes forward, right foot steps back. Exhale into a high lunge. You can have your hands staying at heart center or they can be lifted, whichever is most comfortable for you. Being mindful here, if you need to take a smaller stance, wider stance, whatever works for you, make space for your body. Inhale, open, twist. Exhale. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, stepping forward to pyramid, straightening the front leg. Again, taking as wide of a stance as you need to. You can take the blocks, framing the front foot, the left foot. Gently folding forward as much as is comfortable for you, depending on where you are in your pregnancy. Nice steady breath. On the next inhale, walking out to the side, taking wide forward fold. Can still keep a nice little bend in the knees here. Inhale, lifting up to star pose. Turning out the toes, taking a goddess. Inhale, reaching the arms up to the sky, straightening the legs. Exhale, goddess. Couple more times here. Inhale, bring the hands maybe behind the head. Exhale, stretch to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, coming back up to that star pose, turning those toes towards the front of the mat. Exhale, wide forward fold. We're going to gently step our way back to the top of the mat, Coming again for Malasana squat, Yogi squat. Again, you can put a block underneath you. Of course, at any point, if this is not comfortable, feel free to take any other posture that you would like. Inhale, bringing the fingertips to the mat. Exhale, gently pressing the hips up, coming into a forward fold. You can set your blocks to the side. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the palms, coming down through tabletop, and exhale, pressing in to child's pose, wide child's pose here, making lots of space for the belly, maybe gently massaging the forehead on the mat. Inhale, gently coming forward on your hands and knees. Maybe bringing your legs out over to the left and gently bringing your bottom down to the mat. Going to take some nice little cool down postures here. Bringing your legs out long. Seated staff pose. Nice deep breath. Maybe again taking a moment to bring the hands to the belly. Checking in with yourself. Gently walk your hands out a little bit behind you. Just take a very gentle stretch. Leaning back just slightly. Maybe lifting your gaze a little bit. Inhale, exhale. If you like here, you can walk the knees up. Bring the right ankle to the top of the left thigh. Of course, depending where you are in your pregnancy, you may like to do this on your back. Or also an option, if you do not feel comfortable on your back, is to extend the left leg long. And sit here in this upright position, still opening up that hip by placing that right ankle on top of the left leg. Inhale, straightening the right leg. Exhale, maybe taking that figure four again with the left ankle on top of the right thigh, just below the knee. Again, if you feel comfortable, you can take this on your back. If you're further along in your pregnancy, you may prefer to sit up like so, or straightening out that right leg, sitting up taller, just still getting that little opening in the left hip. Deep breath in, lowering that left leg. You can open up into a straddle pose. Again, creating lots and lots of space here Also, you can take a blanket, a cushion, or a block, or a book underneath your sit bones as well. That can feel really, really lovely just to create that space for baby, for the growing belly. You can also take a bolster if you have one. You can kind of prop it up here and kind of gently fold forward on it. This is especially good, if you are in that second and third trimester. Of course, if you still are, early on first trimester, you can still fold forward without that bolster. Or if you just like to use the bolster or the cushion, that is totally fine as well, just taking a little more restorative shape. A nice deep breath. Inhale, gently coming back up, setting aside your props for a moment, maybe gently removing the block, anything that's underneath the sit bones. We'll prepare to take a nice little twist here. Now, depending on how far along you are, you may not prefer to lay on your back. I'll go ahead and demonstrate one side, laying on the back, bringing the knees to the chest, gently lowering the knees, looking out over the opposite shoulder. If it's not comfortable being on your back, you can take flat on your back, you can take that cushion, that bolster, kind of support yourself with that. A nice gentle spinal twist. Inhale, taking the knees back to center. Exhale, gently lowering them to the left. Maybe gazing out over the opposite shoulder. Inhale, coming back to center, maybe windshield wiping the legs, just taking a little bit of dynamic movement before we move in to Shavasana. And especially here for expectant mamas, it can be really lovely to lay on the left side for Shavasana. If you have maybe a folded blanket, you can lay that out on your mat. Kind of gently stretch out. Perhaps you take a bolster, either you can have it kind of between the knees. Maybe resting like that. Gently allowing yourself to melt toward the earth. Connecting with your breath. with baby, sending gratitude to your body for all the amazing things it's doing right now in this moment. Allowing yourself to rest at ease. I will guide you out. The Shavasana is over. You may begin to bring awareness back to your body. And wiggling the fingers and the toes. Maybe fluttering open those eyes if the eyes were closed. As you are ready, you may begin to perhaps move the props and gently, slowly bring yourself up to a seated position. We will close here with our breath. Inhale, bringing the arms up overhead, perhaps bringing them down in prayer pose to your heart, or even resting them on the belly. Breathing in gratitude to yourself for taking this time to practice, to take care of yourself as you are in your pregnancy and your body is doing these amazing things. One more nice deep breath. Exhale. May you be safe, well, and at ease in mind, body, and soul. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.